Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for a brand new F1 2018 video. It's been 3 weeks since my last one and we're finally back to the game, which I was hoping to do a lot of seasons on the Korean, but you know, there's more games coming like V-Rally 4, so the Corsa Competizione. There are plenty of games, and you know, 2 seasons on this game will be probably as much as I will try and do, but in order to do that I need to upload a little bit more frequently to achieve that, you know, to upload a little bit more frequently of the career mode. But I also want to do some other things on F1 2018, like online lobbies, you know, things like this, some funny moments I would say with some of my friends. But yeah, I think it will be a little bit more. I think we'll have more content on F1 2018, but not so much career mode, because everybody does it and it's pretty much something that everybody does, and you can even watch it live from other guys. So I'll try and do something different here. But for now, we're on career mode here on Baku for episode number 4 of our career mode. But yeah, you like the career mode, some of you, the people who watch me. So I'm gonna continue for all of you. As you can see right here, we're gonna be choosing our rival. If we have 2 choices. We have Perez and Hulkenberg to choose from. But if we beat Perez, which is gonna be pretty much easier because of the less power that the Force India car has, we're gonna get more rewards. But in order to put a little bit more of a challenge to myself, I'm gonna go with Nico Hulkenberg, because you know, he's really gonna give me a lot more challenge, because the Renault is slightly faster than the Haas car, and it's gonna be pretty close between me and Hulkenberg. I think we're gonna have quite a huge fight between us in the championship. But as for Baku, first impressions on the track, it is pretty much different on the F1 2017 layout, not to mention the 2016 layout. Not exactly better in my opinion. There was some weird braking zones, some weird turning points. It was a pretty weird practice session, and all I've got to say is that it didn't really go well, apart from that track acclimatization test, which was pretty much perfect, because it didn't take into account my time, but it took into account only like my passes through certain corners and stuff, and that's the reason we got the perfect result here, as you can see, coming across the line. And in general, I dislike Baku, and you're gonna see that like straight after the acclimatization test, it was time for the tire management test. For the tire management test, and as you can see, I was slower in the times, exactly red on the tires, and also was losing traction so much that I actually ended up on the wall through the castle section. That was pretty much my practice session over, and that happened multiple times. It also happened in the fuel management test. It also happened like in the qualifying pace test, and I couldn't just find any pace at all. That I was about to give up this Grand Prix and move on to the next one, like not even race. But I was like, okay, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try a little bit harder. As you can see, we didn't gain any resource points at all in this practice session. And what I actually did was I moved on and just pretty much went through the other practice sessions, because I couldn't bother to do the tests on this one. Like the Baku circuit was just way too hard for practice tests, and I just didn't want to waste my time. So as you can see, the reputation for the other teams has also went down. It was a pretty bad Friday here in Baku, and we went straight on to qualifying. And this actual lap, my first one, was actually also my best one. So you can understand from even like the fact that my first lap was my best one, that it wasn't a good qualifying session. I would say it was my worst one, especially through this corner. I think this is the corner which cost me most of my time. I was running wide through there, and I couldn't even get a great line through the next upcoming corner. And as you can see right here, a 1:42.8, which is 3 seconds slower than Kimi Räikkönen, who was at first position. So it was a terrible qualifying session. We were behind the Williams. We were behind pretty much everyone. We didn't even go through to Q2. It was a terrible qualifying session. Kevin Magnussen 11th on Q1, but I don't know where he's going to be starting the race from. As for us, last position, and not only that, but we were something like 2.1 seconds slower than even Brendan Hartley, who was on 19th. So at that point, you're like, okay, you know, we don't have the pace. let's just move on. But, you know, I want to race. I want to give my best shot. I was hoping for a good start and all that. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hope for a good start. Hope that qualifying pace isn't exactly the same as my race pace will be. And, yeah, I'll just try and improve on me, like, improve as the laps go and give my best shot. Let's get into the race of the Baku Grand Prix. Let's do this.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Anthony Davidson joins me today as we look ahead to something just a little bit different. It's quite high speed for a street circuit here, isn't it? Do you think that's going to throw up any unexpected situations?
Well, as long as the teams can keep everything cool, I don't foresee any particular big issues from a technical side of things. I do expect the track to be quite slippery though. We've not exactly had much chance to rubber in the surface. Any street circuit also comes with its own challenges, so I think we'll be seeing a few mistakes here and there. The smart strategy would be to expect a safety car, I think, especially early on when the pack is bunched up.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. An immense...
So yeah, that is pretty much
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Sorry I interrupted Jeff there, but what Jeff said right now was he has now the target for this race is to finish in the top 10 and continue my good point streak. And I'm not really like confident that I'm gonna get points because we're starting from last position in the grid, and not even if my race pace is gonna be good, which I doubt it. I highly doubt my race pace is gonna be any good. The qualifying pace was just horrendous. Like, it was something like 2.1 seconds slower than even the Toro Rosso. So I don't know how is that going to work out in the race. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, we're gonna have a good start and build from that start. You know, that's what I mean. We've also got the better strategy, you know, the one stop for the first time this in this career, because the previous races we've been actually qualifying on the Q3, so we were starting on the ultra soft, so the softest compound, so we had to do it 2-stop. But this time we're starting to race on the softs. We're starting to race on the softs, on the super softs actually, and we're going for one stop on the soft tires and just pretty much go till the end of the race.
We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Okay, Jeff, we're ready for the start of this race. For the first time ever in a career mode, I'm actually starting from last position without even doing a challenge. Like, the last time we did it was a last to first challenge, but last position here in the grid. We're ready for the start of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's 4 lights now, 5 lights. And it is lights out, and away we go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Not the best getaway from me. I think I'm gonna try and get up the inside of the Williams and probably even my teammate Kevin Magnussen. That's why we're not gonna make any corner. We've made slight corner there with Kevin Magnussen. Well, we are up into 16th position now, slight ahead of him, and now I can see Vanden and Ericsson going side by side through turn 2. And now onto the back straight. We're gonna try and stick to the slipstream of Ericsson, who goes up the inside of Stoffel Vanden onto the McLaren. We're gonna try and take advantage of that, go up the inside into turn 3, locked up both of my front tires, but it's gonna be a double move into turn 3 made there. We're up into P14, and that's the start I needed. It is a great start there, gained something like 6 positions onto the start of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And now we just need to find some pace, which is going to be the hard part of this race. Lost the back end there. This corner has been horrendous for me, has been destroying my pace. But now going through the final corners, and now in terms of the start finish straight, we've got Ericsson with the Ferrari engine, same engine as mine pretty much, stuck behind me. Let's see if he's going to make a move. He's on the outside line now, onto the start finish straight. We're going to try and probably get back into his slipstreaming and get back our position into turn 1. He changes line. We're going to try and go around the outside. He brakes later, and he's going to make that move stick, probably Marcus Ericsson. Great move there. by the Swedish driver, but we're gonna try and get back up the inside of him into turn 2. Can we make it stick? We actually asked for a little bit of space, and we're going to get it from the Sauber driver, and we're back into 14th position. But as you can see, my pace is pretty bad. We can't catch up to Leclerc or Stroll, and what we're waiting here for is for the strategy to start working out for us. As you can see, the top drivers, the top teams are actually going into the pit stop.
Some information on Ericsson. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
So Ericsson's got some kind of mechanical problem, so that's why he wasn't catching up to us. But now, with the pit stops of the top drivers, with the top
Okay,
teams,
we're not seeing any issues with tyre wear right now. You should have good grip for a while yet.
we're actually into P9, and also Fernando Alonso has actually retired due to an engine failure, the race. So now we're up into P6 with the rest of the top cars actually pitting, and we're into P6 ahead of Sergei Sirotkin, and behind of Lance Stroll and Charles Leclerc, if I'm correct. And as time was passing, the Toros of Pierre Gasly and Valtteri Bottas were catching up to me. And as you can see, Valtteri is making a move on Gasly. Is Gasly also going to make a move on me? But there's one thing for sure, that Valtteri Bottas is actually going to overtake both me and Gasly. Is Gasly also going to go up the inside of me into turn 1? I slightly lock up my front left tire due to the Bottas there, and Gasly is going to overtake me, and Hamilton too. We're going to try and regain our position from Hamilton. We're going to make slight contact there. We actually didn't make contact. Hamilton just slightly touched the wall. We're going to try and get back right in front of Hamilton into turn 3, but then I'm actually going to stay behind of Hamilton because there's no reason to actually damage my tires anymore. I've made some huge lockups, and making more of those is just going to do more damage onto our tires. And now Brendan Hartley, the other Toro Rosso, he's trying now to overtake me around the outside, still on the start finish straight. There's also, I think, a full city of it's Daniel Ricciardo who goes in between me and Hartley into turn 1. Let's see if Ricciardo can make the move stick. And also, oh my god, Sergio Perez. I think we made contact there with Perez. I didn't turn quite as early as I needed to, but there's one thing too, that Daniel Ricciardo has just made a double move there into turn 1, and we're down into P10 with Perez right behind me there, and I've lost the position to both the Toro Rossos. This is pretty depressing to see, losing a position to the slowest car on the grid after Williams, and we've also lost the position to both the Toro Rossos. It's a visual safety car right here, and we're going to slow down. Perez has overtook me, as you can see, and we're down into P11. Behind us is the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel, which I'm expecting him to overtake me quite easily, as the safety car, the visual safety car, is going to end by the end of the final corner now. And green flag again, racing again. We are behind Perez and Hartley. If we really want to make some moves, we can't make them with these tires, and that's what I mean right here. You see the tires are pretty dead on lap 11, and the same lap that Hartley is actually going to go into the pit stops. We're going to be jumping also into the pit stops for a set of soft tires, our first and final pit stop for this race. Let's see if we could actually win Hartley onto the pit stop race and exit ahead of him. Just wait and see. Is my pit crew going to have a better pit stop? 2.7 pit stop. Are we ahead of Hartley? Oh my god. We were actually, both of us went ghosted there. And oh my god, I just ran wide. Thank god we didn't get a penalty. Jesus Christ, that was really bad by me. I was pretty frustrated there that Hartley actually got ahead of me, because we actually ghosted inside each other, and we've also made a huge lockout. That's probably quite good for the tires, you know, warm them up a little bit. So I'm not going to take it as a huge negative, but as you can see, we're behind Hartley, and now Hulkenberg is actually exiting the pit stop for his second pit stop on this race. Let's see, I'm going to be ahead of Hulkenberg into turn number 2. Now he's ahead of us, but now we're going to have a good exit to return to. Let's see if we can keep it ahead of, get a good exit and probably make a move onto Nico Hulkenberg. We're going to try and get the inside line for turn 3. And we're going to make a pretty easy move on those fresh soft tires. Actually, it's not a pretty easy move. We made a front left lockup again as we made the move on Hulkenberg. We're back up to 15th position. Now we are behind Lance Stroll. And as the race progresses, my pace is actually better on those soft tires. I actually like them a lot. They gave me some superb pace there. And we made a move now on Lance Stroll, as Kevin Magnussen, my teammate, has actually started the race on the soft tires. He's now on the super soft, so he's done the complete different to me, and he's probably gonna have a better pace onto those final stages of the race. So good job there in terms of strategy for Kevin Magnussen. Not the same strategies that he had back in the days with Renault in F1 2016, but now we are behind Brendan Hartley, who's in third position. He's been overtaken by my teammate, who could actually even fight for the points now. But back to racing with me now. We're gonna make an easy move on Brendan Hartley on lap 20, and also I'm gonna do some ERS conservation here. We're gonna be making an easy move on Brendan Hartley, and Sergei Sirotkin is out of the race. Unlucky for the Russian here. He's been having a quite good race, quite strong race for the time being. And on lap 21, we're gonna be getting attacked again from Brendan Hartley on his Toro Rosso. These Toro Rossos are giving me a hard time on this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Him and actually the Williams are going to try and overtake me. Not really sure about Lance Stroll, but Brendan Hartley is actually on my inside into turn 1. He's going to make the move stick. Not really going to push a lot. I know I've got the pace. It's just the fact that I can't get away from him in the straights, and he gets a DRS and he can make the moves. But as in terms of raw pace, I think I'm faster than Brendan Hartley. And into lap 22 we can get the ERS deployment onto high and open the DRS and probably make a move. He moves to the inside slightly there, Brendan Hartley, and we're going to be making an easy move once again into turn 1. We're back up to 13, slight lock up into turn 1. As you can see, Kevin Magnussen on those set of super soft tires. He's been having a great pace. It's probably going to be the first race that he's going to finish ahead of us in a race. On lap 23 again, Brendan Hartley is going to be trying to overtake us. Let's see if he has the top speed to do that. Actually, it seems like Lance Stroll is going to be the one who's going to make the double move into the start finish straight with our Mercedes engine there. Lance Stroll is going to be making it. He locks out his right tires. He's hardly going to make it stick onto me also. He's not going to make it. And Lance Stroll is the man to make the double move here onto the start finish straight. He's onto 13th position out of nowhere. The Williams of Lance Stroll. He's on 13th position with only 2 laps to go. You can see we're having great racing here, even though that's a fight for nothing pretty much. We're not getting points from that fight, but it's still a great racing here. I'm gonna try to be making some dive bomb here on the Stroll. Not really like keen on making dives and things. Well, we're just waiting for the start finish rate as always. Gonna be making a move here on last Stroll. Let's see if we're gonna make the move stick around the outside this time. We're gonna go. ERS deployment is on high, as we're going to be coming across the line to enter the penultimate lap, lap 25. Harley's also going to make a move on Lance Stroll. That's pretty good to see from Harley. He's been a really good, he has been having a really good race so far, and he deserves that 14th position. Don't know about 13th, we're going to see, as we're now into the penultimate lap, start finish straight again. This is going to be the last chance for Brendan Hartley to actually overtake me. Is he going to make it? Let's see, he switched to the inside line. He doesn't have the top speed to actually overtake me. Now with the help of slipstreaming, also we got Stroll right behind me. I think he touched a little bit my rear wing, but we're going now side by side with Brendan Hartley. Is he gonna make the move? He's not gonna stick it onto the inside. We're still ahead of him as we're on to the final lap of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Slight lock up there into turn 2. Let's see onto the back straight. Is Brendan Hartley going to overtake me? Let's wait and see. He's got the top speed, he's got the slipstream, he's got the DRS. Is he gonna go for a dive up the inside? Yes, he is. And unfortunately, my braking zone was a little bit messed up there. And onto the final lap, Brendan Hartley has regained 13th position. So let's see if Brendan Hartley has got the Honda engine's got the power to retain that position. Let's see if he's gonna make it actually, as Kimi Räikkönen has won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which is probably gonna put him again onto the first position of the driver standings. But back into my fight through the final corners now. It's just about on the start finish straight. Are we gonna make it with the help of the Ferrari engine? ERS deployment is on hot lap. There's nothing more I can give the car. It's Ritz mix, hot lap, ERS deployment. Let's see, it's all about the top speed of the Ferrari engine, and I think we're just about gonna make it here onto the start finish straight. It's not even gonna be close. The Ferrari engine has helped me there to secure 13th position in an absolutely impressive race here in Azerbaijan. Great race from last position up into P13. I don't really have any disappointments for this race. It was a really brilliant race.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top 3 today.
So Kimi Räikkönen winning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which would even happen this year in my opinion if he would have got pole. You know what happened? Final sector, he's just sliding like he's playing Tokyo Drift or something. But anyway, back into the game now. Better not get my disappointments about Kimi Raikkonen this season. He could have had a shot in the championship, but he just didn't. He made some bad mistakes throughout the season, and he's gonna pay for them. But as for us, a really good race for the Haas team. Kevin Magnussen from 16th up into 12th, and me from 20th up into 13th position. A really good race also for Charles Leclerc. He's done an incredible job on that Alfa Romeo Sauber from 13th up into 7th. Pierre Gasly also from 17th up into 11th. The podium from Kimi Raikkonen, Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. Sebastian Vettel is actually like somewhere around 5th position, so not really good race for them. Siraki and Alonso have retired from this race, and in my opinion, yes, we didn't get any points, but it was a nice little race to have.
It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
Alright, so here we go. So, pretty much the contract value, as you can see, this is my value. And depending on my value, I can increase the requirements on my contract. So you can renegotiate with the team to have like to have the updates coming earlier, to have better pit stops, to have slightly lower targets, to have the team go on hard, to have the team order as the first driver or as the second driver. And as you can see here on renegotiations right here, I wanted my expected qualifying position to be 8th. Because I'm not really a good qualifying, I'm not really a qualifying guy, but I mean, if I have a fast car, I could really go for that 8th position. I want the team goal to be hard, and the expected race position to be 7th. Let's just say we're going to gain 1 position if we actually going to qualify 8th. Team order, they want me as the first driver because I've been performing slightly better than Kevin Magnussen, so I'm going to go with that. About the race bonus though, we're going to go with a level 2. Actually, which gives me 50% resource points bonus for races, which is quite nice. And about that, let's see, we're gonna put it level 1, minor upgrades time reduced by 1 week. I'm not gonna do anything on the upgrade speed, pit stop efficiency, don't really care about that. And the simulation, is that simultaneous, like something about that? Oh yeah, that's the simultaneous upgrades on its department, and I really need that to actually upgrade, for example, 2 parts in its department. It's gonna be really nice to have something like that. But this is gonna be my contract for now. It's gonna be a contract. Let's see.
Our proposal has been accepted. The new contract will take effect from the next race weekend.
So you can see it was slightly below my value. So, you know, as my value grows, we can ask for better contracts. But we could have also negotiated with another team, like let's just say Ferrari, or I didn't even try this option. So that's bad by me. I should have tried that option. We could try it like next season or something, I don't know. Even though I want to make Haas a championship winning team and probably even win a championship with Haas, we could even probably move on after next season, go into Red Bull, which has a lot of potential as a team. Or even Ferrari. You never know where our career could go after season 2. But that we're still on the 4th race. There's a lot to go in this season, and a lot of drama in this season. Like, there's gonna be so much action this season. I'm really looking forward onto the next race, which I think is the 5th race, so it's probably Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure about that, but I'm really looking forward. Next episode of F1 2018 Career Mode is going to be coming very, very soon, and probably expect some Factor 2 Sebring videos. Santa Cosa Competizione video coming, as the 2nd release is coming, the 2nd release on the early access of this game. So we're gonna have one new car and 1 new circuit. Really looking forward to that, boys. Other videos, I already know there's some other ideas I really want to implement onto my channel, but until then, there's gonna be a lot of things coming into the future as always. Until then, that was it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and until next video, guys, which could even be Virali 4, you never know, or F1 2018. I'll catch you later. Goodbye, guys.